Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 7 of Outer Banks titled Dead Calm. So, we start off with them taking the gold and melting it down to sell it. But there's a problem. Obviously, it's a shit ton of gold already, so people are going to suspicious. So, they gotta, go to the CD joint pawn shop to get rid of it. Only problem is, it's run by that drug dealer dude who got his ass kicked by Ward, and he sets up a ambush point to ambush them, steal the gold, and whatever. They managed to fight back and kick his ass. And they escape with the gold, and I'm pretty sure they take his gun too. JJ continuously becomes the loose cannon of the group and proceeds to drive them to the drug dude's place, stealing $25,000 in monies. $25,000. Everybody's not with the shits with that. They don't like that. They're all trying to get him to back down, but he refuses, and he eventually just walks away on his onesies. He goes to his dad to hand him the money because, I guess maybe part of JJ kind of wants his dad to approve of him and be proud of him, maybe, despite, his dad being a piece of fucking shit, but, his dad kind of has a proud dad moment. Here's a beer, you should take one for you or whatever. And then he drops a bombshell that he's not going to pay the restitution, which JJ needs. Instead, he's going to probably blow it all. JJ gets into a fight, which is probably the first time he's ever fought back against his dad. Beats his dad's ass. Damn near kills him, but he decides not to. I think definitely not any love for the man, just probably because he wants to be better than that, I guess. Ward proceeds to overhear Sarah and John B. talking about the money, and it shows that he is the owner of the hook that killed those dudes, which is not good. Even worse, which also means he's the dude that owns the compass that belonged to John B.'s father. Gets even worse. He invites John B. to a fishing outing. Not good. Sarah and John B. have a run-in with Rafe and Topper because Rafe got jumped by his drug dealer because his drug dealer is pissed that apparently, in his eyes, everybody in Rafe's family is treating him like a bitch. He's getting robbed by his sister, beat up by his daddy. Whew. You'd think after the third jumping, his ass would decide that, hey, maybe I should get on the straight and narrow. But, still a piece of shit. John B. and Sarah have a really wonderful conversation. I really love the scene where she kind of breaks down in her own words why she deteriorates her relationships. How she's always gets to the point of wanting to have sex, but then bails out. It kind of ruins her relationships, I guess. We find out that JJ spent all the $25,000 on hot tub, lights, and Pope and Kiara are really pissed at first, and then they notice the bruises from his ass beating, just. And then they all have a cry hug fest. Ward takes John B. out and basically lets loose that, yeah, I know about the gold. John B. plays dumb, and especially when Ward's like, we can team up. And the thing is, I initially was like, dude, you should have took that deal. I mean, sure, the others will be pissed, but like, he pointed out, he's got the shit to get the gold. And then he brought up Reddington or Redford or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah. Oh, he's a very shady dude. I'm also pretty sure the only reason he gave John B this outing is because Sarah was part of this crew. If Sarah was not part of the crew, John B would have been dead by that point. Absolutely, for sure. I'm pretty sure that offer was like a one-time thing for Sarah's sake, maybe. Also, maybe he kind of has a baseline respect for John B, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he fucks up by mentioning Redford, which clues in John B that, hey, that's my dad's last message. You must know something about what happened to my dad. I'm gonna tell the sheriff, see what she has to think about this. And I'm just like, buddy, you're not realizing the last time you saw that compass, which you believe now Ward has, correctly believe that Ward has, was in the hands of the sheriff. How you think he got the compass, dude? Then we see the ending of the episode is Ward climbing up the ladder after John B with the fishhook or whatever. I'm assuming next episode is gonna be the confrontation. I've seen this episode, but I can't remember if Ward doubles down, trying to, convince him to join him, or just says, all right, that's it, and tries to kill John B, and he has to jump over the side of the boat to escape or whatever. I can't remember. But I'm assuming that's going to be it. I'm assuming things are just going to slowly go to shit. They are not getting that gold any type of way. And I'm assuming we're going to see some type of fallback from JJ and his father. Maybe not next episode. Also, Pope mentioned a college interview, so we're probably going to see that. Probably going to get more of Topher Rafe and that drug dealer dude. Also, the woman who owns the house the gold is moving, and the listing was given to Ward's wife, who gave it to Ward, so eesh. He really does have the resources, buddy. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a solid 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. I'll see you in the next video.